Hello everyone, welcome to the break. This is eBay break number 29E Super Jumbo, as you can see on the box. I'll start it in a couple minutes, just taking care of a few housekeeping items. We had a couple of non-payers I had to cancel, so just dealing with that real quick, and then we'll get this started. I posted in the chat that we have another break that we listed on Facebook, and spots are going fast for that. It's a double caser, one jumbo and one HTA. So it's 2022 Bowman Draft Jumbo, which has 24 autos, and then an HTA case of Bowman Chrome from 2022 that has 36 autos. It's $275 a spot, 2 for 540, 3 for 800. If you go to the link that I posted, you could claim one or more spots in it for a random team. Just give me a couple of minutes here, and we will get started. Hope you guys enjoyed your football Sunday. Steve, I see you grabbed 3 spots. Appreciate that, man. Okay. So we had a non-payer on the Phillies, and they go to Steve. Steve, you have the Phillies now in this break, 29E. Check your PMs. I just sent you a message. Okay, 1 or 2 more things. Should get this started by 10:40. I know it's called for 10:30. I tried to start the feed by then. A little bit of paperwork. Was at family for a little bit, and just trying to knock a few things out before the break starts. Okay. I think we're about ready. And let's do this. Thank you guys for joining, and a Happy New Year to all of you. This is, I believe, my first break, of 2023, so thank you for joining that. And we'll get it started. It's a sealed case of Super Jumbos. Again, our policy is if people don't pay for the break before it starts, especially on eBay, and we don't know the buyer, then we cancel that purchase and sell it in the group. So that's what we did with a team tonight, and that happens. Let me just make sure that went through, and then I'll start ripping box number 1. was a great football Sunday for me. I'm a big New York Giants fan, and that was awesome. We made the playoffs for the first time since 2016. And I actually made the trip to Green Bay for that. It was freezing. Freezing cold. I don't think I'm going to be going to this one. I think we play either the Niners or the Vikings, something like that. I'm going to just grab a garbage bag for the break, and then we'll start. Packers handle their business versus the Vikings. Nate, welcome to the group, man. We do a lot of Bowman here. Bowman Draft, Bowman Chrome. So you'll see a lot of that, especially for me. That's really what I specialize in. I happen to love Bowman Chrome, Bowman Draft. I collect it myself. I try not to rip too much for myself because, I don't want to get into trouble ripping a million cases for myself. But I definitely rip a little bit, buy and trade a lot. So I'm an enthusiast. I know the prospects. I know the guys I like buying, and I try to share that information during the breaks. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. We've hit a lot of good stuff in Bowman Drafts, particularly Super Jumbo. I've ripped mostly Super Jumbo as opposed to Jumbos, and they've been great. We've hit a ton of Jackson Holiday, Zach Neto, Elijah Green, all those guys. Steve, to your point, the Packers handling their business. Is it winning in next week for the Packers? Who are they playing? Are they playing the Lions next week? I feel like that's the team that they're kind of up against. We're getting this started. Box number 1. Yeah, the Lions, they're kind of a tough team. I mean, the Giants played both the Packers and the Lions, so I got to see them up close. The Lions really blew us out. Yeah, Ryan and Steve. I mean, the Lions blew out the Giants. Not to say that that's a barometer of much, because every matchup's different. But their offense is actually pretty good. I mean, Jared Goff's not too bad. It's at Green Bay, so that makes a little bit of a difference in my mind, because the Lions otherwise play in the Dome, and Jared Goff is a kid from California. Gotcha. But if the Packers win, do they control their own destiny? Is it Packers win and they're 100% in? We start with the Phillies going to Steve. This is a Gabriel Rincones to 199. So we're out the gate. First hit goes to Steve. And I believe Steve bought the Pirates as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I didn't get to see the game. I actually went to the New York Rangers game versus the Panthers tonight in Florida. So that was kind of nice. To see my team locally. Alex DeJesus for the Blue Jays here. Green paper to 99. You own the tiebreaker versus Seattle. I mean, that's about as big as it gets. And I mean, in my mind, if you're playing in Green Bay and you got Aaron Rodgers rolling, I think you got to have Green Bay as the favorites. To me, the Lions feel like very much a home team favorite type of deal. Not a, you want the weather to be as nasty as possible in Green Bay next week. So we pray that for Green Bay's sakes that the weather gods send a storm towards Wisconsin up there next week. because I don't think Jared Goff is necessarily built for that. Peyton Pallett to 250. Even though I would say Goff's game is it's based on throwing the ball around the field, and I don't know that the cold affects that, but I just don't think he has a ton of experience. I mean, he played for what, the Rams and in a dome for the Lions predominantly, so he's not a cold weather quarterback in the typical sense. We start off with the Reds hitting with Bryce Hubbard. So that's our first auto. He signed it off to the right side over here. Good old Bryce Hubbard. Our next auto is to the Yankees. It's Anthony Hall. Is a refractor to 499. And the Yankees are our second team to hit an auto. Next up, we got a True Gold. True Gold of Ryan Cermak, and for whatever reason, this is a guy we've hit some really nice stuff of. We hit our only Superfractor auto. Actually, Jonathan also hit a Superfractor insert auto of Gavin Cross in his Bowman draft. Cermak is one I hit an insert auto of. This is gold, so True Gold auto. Cermak, a second-round pick for the Rays. I bet you he's good. Everyone in the Rays draft is good. Zach Maxwell. The point I was making about the Rays, they have tremendous scouting. I mean, they've done a great job unearthing talent. So I trust the Rays more than I trust most teams. And then the Rays on the board again with Dominic Keegan, a catching prospect. This one, a Aqua Ray Wave. So Tampa hitting both nice autos out of the first box. 2 color autos on the board for him. And then we go digging for some treasure. We got Parada. Elijah Green. We got a Brooks Lee Mood Ring. We got a Melendez Sparkle. That's a nice hit for the Diamondbacks. There you go, Nate. Thumbs up. Which team do you have, Nate? Or teams? We're talking about the Packers, and I see Holdren. I'm thinking of Holmgren, the Packers' former coach. Elijah Green with a refractor here. So our policy, by the way, and I repeat myself a lot with these eBay breaks as we get new buyers. Here's Jose Melendez. Our policy is that we sleeve and top load anything numbered. We write that in our description, and then I pull things aside that I think are worth something, and I try to sleeve them as well. This is a Dominic Keegan purple first to 250. Yankees, that's my team, man. Go Yanks. And congrats on the hit. Got a Gavin Cross base. Jace Jung base. Gabriel, I thought that was a refractor. That is Gabriel Hughes refractor. Some people sleep on these chrome cards, but sometimes you'll hit a really nasty refractor. They're usually towards the back here. So you see this one is a green Sparkle to 99 of Carson Palmquist. But you hit a red auto or an orange refractor, a red refractor of the right guy, it's worth quite a bit, even if it doesn't have ink. Ryan is looking for Judd Fabian blue, Kumar Rocker blues, Dalton Rushing. If you hit them, PM, and he's a buyer. So if you hit those guys, you feel like selling, I know a guy. And for those watching on YouTube afterwards, I'm kind of reading and responding to comments on Facebook. So join up on Facebook. You'll be glad you did. 122 of 150, Alan Serta to the Reds. Cutter Coffee with a refractor. So like I said, I will sleeve up the cards that I set aside. Ryan is a huge Bowman guy. We know that. We know Ryan. Ryan likes Bowman. Bowman likes Ryan. So sell your cards to Ryan if you want. Or don't if you don't want to. Either way. It's pretty crazy. I texted my brother before the Giants-Colts game. I'm not even lying about this. I texted him, I think the Giants are going to roll the Colts today. And I said, this final score is going to be 38-10, and we're going to have a defensive touchdown. Final score, 38-10, and Landon Collins had an interception return for a touchdown. I'm not making that up. Not one to lie. I have proof and timestamps. Should have bet. I don't really bet on sports. That's the truth of the matter, but I felt like the Giants were going to roll Indy. They had everything to play for, and Indy is like a complete mess. 38-10 felt like the right score. I thought we'd get a lot of touchdowns. Thought we'd let up some stupid points here and there, but basically shut them down. Good day to be a Giants fan. I don't expect much in the playoffs, truth be told, but it's great to play meaningful football towards the end here. So, happy about that. Let me grab a box to put the Chrome cards in. Give me a sec. Alright, so that was box one. Let's go for box two. It's always nice to see also NFL-wise. I'm talking NFL because obviously it's a football Sunday, but you know, you see Aaron Rodgers come out and win, and you see Tom Brady come out and win. I mean, the Panthers had a chance, right? They were playing Tampa, and the winner of that game wins the division, essentially. And it's Sam Darnold, who is looking better, versus Tom Brady. And I mean, Tom Brady's 45 years old, so the wheels have to come off at some point. But you know, these greats, they just have a way of getting it done when the lights are brightest. So it's crazy that Brady's still doing it, and frankly, even Rodgers at, what is he, 39 years old at this point? It's crazy that he's still doing it. You don't look at Rodgers necessarily the same way because Brady's still at it, but both of those guys playing at that age, at that level, and winning the big pressure games is just wild. I don't know how they're doing it. They're awesome. And I don't think, by the way, I mean, Steve, I didn't watch the whole Packers game, but the first two touchdowns, by the time the Packers had 14 points, Aaron Rodgers had like one passing yard from what I saw. So he didn't get them off to the fast start, but I saw he did put up some numbers and did some good things. So, I mean, Brady carried the Bucs. He had a monster game. He was throwing 60-yard bombs to Mike Evans. This is an Alex DeJesus to $4.99. Aqua paper. or sky blue paper, I believe is the more accurate term. Trying to angle the fan so it doesn't get towards the microphone. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. Alright, so it looks like Boston is hitting heavily to start this box. We have Drew Thorpe to the Yankees. This is a 250. It's purple paper. Purple paper Yankees. Kyle Manzardo to 150 for Tampa. Yeah, the fan is definitely making some noise there, so shut that off. We have an Alexis Hernandez to 499. Jackie, congrats. Red Sox look like they're going to hit a couple of times with autos. I haven't uncovered them, but they're looking prime for 2 autos in this box. I don't know if they're color or not. We'll find out soon. We start off with the Cardinals with a Victor Scott base auto. And Jackie, stick around. We do a ton of Bowman in this group. So if Bowman's what you like, you'll find it here. We have a Cutter Coffee Boston Red Sox refractor auto numbered 50 of 499. So Jackie, if you indeed have the Red Sox, then this is you, Cutter Coffee with a refractor. And next up, ooh, really nice, 47 of 50. Gold Wave, Chase Madroth to the Red Sox as well. 4th round pick out of California. We'll see. It's always a crapshoot with these prospects, but that's a Gold Wave, so that's number to 50 going out to the Red Sox. So congrats on both of those. Next up, we have the Padres hitting this Henry Williams purple refractor auto, 115 of 250. And then last we have Chandler Simpson to the Rays, and that's a 3rd auto out of the first 2 boxes for Tampa. So Tampa hitting nicely. And then we will go digging for treasure in these piles. We got a Cade Horton Sparkle, top 10 pick for the Cubs. I believe he was the 7th overall pick. Brooks Lee refractor. This is a numbered Elijah Green / Jake Bennett blackjack card, numbered to 250. So we'll get that top loaded for you. That's a Mikey Romero refractor for the Red Sox. So those refractors usually have some value. The base chrome, sometimes, if you graded a PSA 10, you might do well. It's a Brooks Lee Invicta. But the refractors, I know, for example, the Jackson Holiday refractor was going for 50 to 70 bucks last time I checked. This is a Michael Hernandez 43 of 99 green refractor to the Orioles. Kevin Parada with a refractor there. We'll try to get these shipped out early in the week for you. We're fully caught up on sorting. So shipping is the next step. We'll obviously have to sort this case. But we're not behind, which is good for you. Yeah, this one was the 250. Elijah Green. Got a blue refractor in the back of this one, so that's potentially good. Dalton Rushing, one of the guys I believe that Ryan was looking for. This is a color match. Dodgers blue refractor, first Bowman, 82 of 150. Dalton Rushing. Nice hit for the Doyers. Reggie Crawford refractor. One more pile here, and then we'll move on to box 3. Dylan Beavers with a refractor, Parada base. That'll do it for box number 2 of 6. Box 3 coming up. So 4 boxes left, including this one. 3 sealed full ones in the background, and then this one. We really only just got started. We've hit a few nice colors. None of the huge names yet, but we've had a way of hitting the big names as we go. So I wouldn't lose hope on those yet. Alright, here we go. Box number 3. The base paper is sold separately, and that's why I section it off so quickly and don't show it. For those of you that are curious or maybe new to these breaks, we sell the base paper separately as described in the auctions. This is a Daniel Vasquez to $4.99. You know, not everybody's been in a million of these breaks. Sometimes that's a question. And I separate off the base paper and just put it to the side because it's not part of the team breaks. It's just sold as one spot. I think there's about 1,500 base paper cards per Super Jumbo case, and if we had to sort those, it would take forever. So it's done to enable being able to do these breaks, and I would say that most breakers do it that way. Unless it's player breaks, sometimes you'll find that player breaks, people will do base paper. This is a Nazier Mule, one of the coolest names that I've seen in this product. Nazier Mule out of Paterson, New Jersey. Purple paper for the Cubbies. I want to find some redemptions as well. There are some really good names that are redemptions. Gavin Cross, Termar Johnson, Eric Brown, Brooks Lee. A lot of good names that are redemptions in this product. So I'm hoping that we can find a couple of those. We got another Daniel Vasquez to $1.99 here for the Royals. And guys, we're going to be doing an eBay break of Super Jumbo every night of the week. So Monday through Thursday, we have Super Jumbo breaks ending on eBay between 6 and 7 o'clock Eastern, and then breaking at 8:30 p.m. every night of the week. So keep us followed on eBay. So BGN_cards is the eBay name. Follow us. Keep an eye out for your team. Sometimes a few teams go way cheap. You can scoop them up and win. This is a Tres Gonzalez 145 of 150 to the Pirates. So we'll have a Super Jumbo break every night of the week. And then we also list breaks on Facebook as well. So that should be cool as well, and you guys are welcome to join. This is a Steven Zobak. Purple refractor auto to 250 for the Royals. So the Royals on the board with a Zobak auto. 250. Next up, we got another Jimmy Crooks, the third. Base auto to the Cardinals. I don't know if we hit a Jimmy Crooks. I think we hit the other guy, Victor Scott, the second. They got lots of people. The third and the second. Next up, another Ryan Cermak. This one is a base auto. We previously hit a gold auto of this guy. So Ryan Cermak featuring heavily in these breaks. Another Yankee auto. This is Drew Thorpe, pitching prospect for my New York Yankees. I don't have them in this break. They're just my favorite team. This is a second-round pick for the Yankees, number 61 draft prospect. So pretty highly rated pitching prospect. And then we have the Cubs hitting a beautiful team color match. 22 of 150, Cade Horton. And Cade Horton was the 7th overall pick in the draft. Very nice. University of Oklahoma, mid-90s heater. Very nice. Doubled as a standout quarterback in high school. So this guy's got a big-time arm. And that's a true blue color match auto for the Cubbies. So if you have the Cubs, you done good. You done good with the Cubs. This is a Cole Phillips to the Braves to 199. Henry Bolt refractor, Jace Jung refractor. Dominic Keegan with a Sparkle, Cole Young refractor. Looks like we have a gold back there. That's cool. There's a gold refractor back there. Oh no, those were the good ones. Okay. Mar Johnson base, Jace Jung. It is Alexis Hernandez to the Cubs, 18 of 50. True gold refractor. It's not his first Bowman. His first Bowman was in 2022 Bowman Chrome, which is a great product released right before draft, so it didn't have its time to fully mature and shine, but I really think it's going to go down as a tremendous product. Has some serious prospects in it, and we're going to break more of it here at Roto Breaks as well. We actually have an HTA and Jumbo dual case break listed on Facebook. If you search for hashtag 20FBM, you'll find it. Hashtag 20FBM if you search on our page. This is a Dylan Beavers to 250 heir apparent for the Orioles. And I'll post a link to our next break as well. I think it got a little buried. Again, it's a dual case break. So full case of Jumbo Bowman Draft and a full case of 2022 Bowman Chrome HTA. Last time I checked, there were about 8 or 10 spots out of the 28 taken. You get a random team and there's 2 combo teams. So that's the format of it. And we'll be breaking it maybe tonight, probably tomorrow, depending on when it fills. But last time I checked, it was filling pretty quickly. Every time I do one of these, I'm amazed at how many penny sleeves and top loaders I go through. It's absolutely wild. Just went through another pack of them. And one thing that I like to show you guys is we use some special sleeves. I show it from time to time. They actually have the corner cut off of them on both sides. So if you could see it like on this red portion here, the corner's cut off there, and the corner's also cut off on this side. And it makes the card go in really smoothly without nicking the corner. And I think, you know, as someone who grades quite a bit, it could make the difference between you getting a 9 and a 10. And I think that's important. Let me post the link to our next break while we're in between boxes here. Yeah, here it is. It is that dual caser that I was describing. It is $275 a spot, 2 spots for $540. 3 spots for 800. And it's a dual case. Draft Jumbo and HTA. Looks like we have 14 spots taken out of 28, so we're halfway full in that one. With that said, box number 4 coming right up. We have half the spots taken there, so that should probably break tomorrow, maybe in the afternoon. It's getting late. I forgot I started this at 10:30. Quick sip. Alright, box 4 coming your way. This jumbo, it's a super jumbo break, but it is super so far, Dave. It's good to see you, pal. How you doing? Henry Bolt to 499. I believe Dave actually has a break listed as well. And Dave, if you want to post a link to yours, I think you're doing a half case of Bowman Chrome Hobby as well. So, you know, if you're looking for something a little less than $275 a spot, but still want to do another Bowman break, Dave is doing a Bowman Chrome Hobby break that, you know, Dave could post the link to over here. And if you guys want to take a look at that, I believe it's pick your team format as opposed to random as well. So have a look at that. See if that makes sense for you. Dave is one of the admins and breakers here in Roto Breaks. And tremendous guy, so definitely get in on his break. We got a Jimmy Crooks. This guy is not to be trusted. He's a Crooks the Third to $4.99. Jimmy Crooks. Tough last name to have. Because Dylan Beavers was upside down. I don't know if it's a variation. I don't think it is, but I'll put it aside in case it is. There you go. So Dave posted a link to his break there. I say his, I mean it's on Roto Breaks. We're all breaking here. Dave, myself, and Jonathan Rotunda were the primary breakers here on Roto Breaks. And we welcome you to join all of them if you so choose. This is a Jake Bennett to 250. First Bowman purple paper. Oh, wow. Yeah, Yasser Mercedes. So, like I was saying, 2022 Bowman Chrome, I think, kind of didn't get its full due in the market because it came out like 2 or 3 weeks before draft. But it was stacked. It's all hitters. In the hobby, pitchers don't get much love, and I feel like that Bowman Chrome product just had a ton of good hitters. Yasser Mercedes being one of them, and I think it's going to go down as a great product, and we're going to do more of it once we thin the pile of draft a little bit. This is going out to Boston as well, so this is a real nice one. Nick York, who's a tremendous prospect for the Red Sox. This isn't his first, but this is a gold paper number to 50. So a nice hit for the Red Sox. And we'll look at the autos. We start with a first Bowman base auto of Dalton Rushing, a prospect that Ryan hopped into the group to say that he's actively buying. So that's a nice hit for the Dodgers. We then have an Aqua Ray Wave to 199 of Trey Lipscomb. And that is a nice color auto going out to the Nationals. We then have a Caden Wallace base auto for the Royals. Hey Dave, how was your football Sunday? I didn't see how the Redskins did. I saw a couple highlights of Carson Wentz doing some good stuff, but I didn't see the final score. How'd that go? Jacob Marcy to 150, Blue Wave. 23 of 150 to the Padres. And then another Drew Thorpe. I think we've hit 2 of these at this point, and an Anthony Hall. So that's our third hit for the Yankees. This is the 499, a refractor. We now dig for some treasure. We have a Drew Baker purple refractor to 250, a Jet Williams refractor. Looks like this one has a sparkle, and they're upside down towards the end. It's usually a sparkle, at least always a sparkle from what I've seen. This is a DeLauder refractor, a Neto refractor that's dented. I did not do that. You could see the dent in the light there. Sometimes there's some print issues. That's definitely one of them. Ooh, very, very nice. This is the best sparkle you could hope for. This is a Jackson Holiday sparkle, non-auto. One thing I've seen with these is that some of them are terribly off-center. This one is not. This one is centered well, especially top to bottom. A lot of these are messed up. This is a good card. If refractors are doing 50 to 70, I'd imagine this is like a $150 card. If you get that into a PSA 10, I bet you it's worth like $300. So grade that. You'll be glad you did. You'll be glad you did. That's a good hit for the O's. I know the O's are expensive. You want to hit, if you're not going to hit autos, you at least want to get stuff like that to defray some of the costs. So that's pretty good. Elijah Green base. Then a Denzer Guzman to 99. That's a green sparkle. You know what's better than a regular sparkle is a green sparkle. That's what I always say. Just putting some of the base paper away. Two more piles left here. Always try to see if there's some colors. A Holiday and a Melendez base. They always travel together. Jet Williams base. The Louder base. Holiday insert. Gavin Cross base. Tamar Johnson base. One pile left here. Mikey Romero base. from our Johnson refractor. We have 2 full boxes left in this break. Here is a true blue refractor of Parker Messick to the Guardians, and a refractor of Cole Young at the end. Sleeve these up. We'll get into the last 2 boxes. There's a method to the madness here. The sleeving and the top loading. How's the Sunday Nighter doing? I know that Pittsburgh still has something to play for. How's that game looking? Is it snowing? Is it over? I don't even know. I feel like it might be over. It's later than I usually do breaks. Steelers came back and won with under a minute left. Wow. Okay, so it is over. I missed that entire game. I'm fine with that. I don't need to watch every game. That's cool. So are the Steelers in the playoffs, or are they still lurking? Do they need some help? I don't know if they were like a control your own destiny team at this point. I feel like they lost way too many games to be in that position, but I don't know. Box numero 5 next week, lurking. Okay. They're still lurking. They're lurking in the shadows. Good old Steelers. Always viable playoff team. They said Kenny Pickett's hands were too small. And here he is, knocking at the door of the playoffs. So you didn't want to talk about the Commanders. I assume they lost, Dave. Well, the Steelers also have some good receivers. I know they traded Claypool, but that George Pickens guy looks pretty good. And I know Deontay Johnson's pretty good, too. I just wish the Giants had some real receivers. We're throwing... Richie James had over 500 yards. This dude is like the definition of below-average receiver, and he's our number 2 target. And Darius Slayton... number 1 target for the Giants. He gets some separation, but he drops so many passes that it's just cringeworthy. He fumbled one today as well. So, you look at a team like the Steelers, they got talent. I don't know if Kenny Pickett's the guy, honestly. I haven't watched enough of them, but I don't know that he's not the guy either. Because again, I haven't watched much Steeler football. He hasn't jumped off the page, I'll say that. In the games I have kind of tuned into, I haven't seen him jump off the page. Yeah, Darius Slayton, man. I mean, he gets open, and that's a really important thing to do, but it sucks when you drop big passes. They had 2 of those guys. Evan Ingram was a big-time pass dropper as well for the Giants. I think he had a decent season for the Jaguars, but that dude, problem with Evan Ingram is when he drops passes, he bats them up in the air. This is a good player we're going to hit an auto of, Ivan Melendez. Biggest power prospect in this product is Ivan Melendez. This is a Kumar Rocker to 499. Nice hit for the Texas Rangers. So we have a good one coming up for the Diamondbacks. Jacob Miller for the Marlins to 250. This is a purple paper. Samuel Munoz to the Doyers. This is to 99. 86 of 99. Green paper. A quality hit for a quality team. And the Reds going to hit a good prospect as well. Local South Florida kid, Sal Stewart, going to come up. This is another Gabriel Rincones. This is to 499 for the Phillies. Putting away the paper cards. As per usual, but you hear noises in the background, and that's what the noises are. Alright, so we start off base auto, Ivan Melendez to the Diamondbacks. Best power prospect in this product. You heard it here. Second round pick. This dude hit 32 homers in 67 games. With an OPS of 1.371. That's out of this world crazy. 6'3", 225. Pretty cool. J.R. Ritchie with a base auto to the Braves. First round pick, 35th overall. Next up, Nathan Martorella for the Padres. 161 of 499. Refractor. We then have Nate Furman, number 2, Derek Jeter jersey number for the Guardians. Nate Furman, second base prospect for the Guardians. And then we have a Sal Stewart refractor, power hitter, big bopper, third baseman for the Reds. I mean, the D-backs are a good value in Bowman draft. They don't sell for a ton, but he's the best power prospect in there. First round pick, Sal Stewart from Miami, Florida. I said he's a local kid. At least to me. I'm in South Florida. First round pick, 32nd overall, 6'3", 215. Guy's got some pop. Middle of the order type of bat. Sal Stewart. Good name to be hitting, along with Melendez. So we hit both big power prospects in this box. And then we're going to dig. Here's a yellow in this one, so that's nice. Still have another box to get through. For this one is a wrap. Justin Boyd to 75 with a Yellow Ray Wave Cade Horton refractor. I think the D-backs are a good value buy. I mean, I've said it. D-backs, Astros, both good value buys. Here's a Kumar Rocker refractor. Michael Hernandez to 250. We have a sparkle back there. I mean, I've found that I've hit a decent chunk of Melendez. Last break I hit a true blue, and then I hit a base in this one. I don't hit him in every case, but hit him enough. Gavin Cross. Yendry Rojas Sparkle. The D-backs and the eBay breaks, just FYI, I do them alphabetically. So Arizona Diamondbacks are the first team alphabetically. And I think people, they find the breaks as they're ending. Like, they start bidding and more people are bidding as they go. Here's an Elijah Green refractor. Nice one. So sometimes the Diamondbacks specifically go cheaper than they should, as do the Braves. I hit a lot of Braves, I hit a lot of Diamondbacks. So that's something to think about. Because these auctions roll off every 2 minutes. So by the time you get to like the Nationals all the way at the end, people have already kind of soaked in that, oh, there's a whole pick your team auction that went off, and most people have gotten involved in the bidding. But if you want the Diamondbacks, you have to be the first team that's being bid on, and you might get a better deal. And I found that the Diamondbacks sometimes go lower than they probably should, for what it's worth. And I don't know what it's worth. I'm just saying. If you guys ask me questions, I will give you good answers. That includes you, Steve, if you're still watching. And I've opened enough cases where I kind of have an idea of the players that I hit more frequently than others. Not to say that that'll continue, but, you know, I've opened all these boxes, so I have a good feel for it. I'm not sure if it'll be the case in this particular break, but the Orioles, as expensive as they are, have been really, really strong in our super jumbo breaks, as well as jumbo. We've hit a lot of Jackson Holiday. More than most prospects. Jackson Holiday and Zach Neto for the Angels. So, I know they're expensive, but we're hitting them with more frequency than I think a lot of breakers have been. And it might just be the batch of cases we got in a print run happen to have more of them. I don't know, but we've done well with some of those big teams. Last box mojo. These are the autos. Let me put them over here. Knocked over a card. Get this Melendez up too. Yeah, so Sedan Rafaela is... Yeah, and Doug, you're welcome for the Jackson holidays for sure. So Sedan Rafaela is in 2022 Bowman Chrome. So this is 2022 Bowman Draft. It's the release that happened right before this one. So if you're looking for him, he is in 2022 Bowman Chrome. And in fact, we're doing that dual caser of HTA and Draft. So we'll have one case of HTA that has what you're looking for of Rafaela. And then the Draft product has some other guys, like Mikey Romero for the Red Sox. He's the prospect you're looking for in Bowman Draft for the Red Sox. So the type of cases they make for 2022 Bowman Chrome, they make a hobby case. Yeah, it's Bowman Chrome. So they make 2022 Bowman Chrome Hobby, which is 2 autographs per box. And then there's also the 2022 Bowman Chrome HTA, which is literally just a pack with 3 autos in it. Yeah, and Dave also has that half case of Chrome up too. And he posted a link a little bit above. Dave, if you want to post that link again, he might have the Red Sox available in his Pick Your Team break, and you could get in on a half a case, which should be relatively economical. Okay, last box mojo, and keep the questions coming. Happy to answer them. It's a fair question. Where do I find Sedan Rafaela? Good question. Happen to know the answer. Here's a Luis Angel Acuna, who you think is good because he's an Acuna, but you don't know. You just don't know. Mine is random teams. Dave's is actually pick your team, I believe. Oh, yours is random teams, Dave? I thought yours was pick your team. I stand corrected. It's random teams for both of us. We do pick your team from time to time also. I guess neither of us have a pick your team up as of right now, but we could tag you when we do. You got it, Jackie. All good. Yeah, if you're specifically looking for him and you pick a random team, you got a 1 in 28 or 30 chance. Looks like we hit a Jackson Holiday auto here, guys. It's an insert, but it's a Jackson Holiday. So the Orioles will go home hopefully happy, and I'll just get it top loaded right now. I will not post my Judge collection. That's private collection right there. This is Jackson Holiday, heir apparent, insert auto of the premier prospect in this product. This is a 95/99 Jackson Holiday auto. So we've hit the guy. Just as I was saying, we hit quite a bit of Jackson Holiday autos. We go and hit another one. So if you bought the Orioles tonight, hearty congratulations to you. You're on the board. We didn't hit a first chrome yet, but that's a pretty good card to be hitting. Should recoup most of what you were looking for. I didn't know that guy was first chrome, but we just hit a nice one for the Mariners as well. Here's a Troy Melton to 499. Thanks, Dave. Troy Melton, 499. Paper for the Tigers. Another Troy Melton. What do you know? We're hitting all the color paper Troy Meltons out there. This is your Rainbow Starter Pack. This one to $199. The Troy Melton Rainbow Starting Pack for paper, base, Bowman Draft. We're going to end this one with a good prospect for the Mets. So if you have the Mets, your patience will pay off. We already pulled the auto off the first one, I believe. Or we didn't. We pulled it off one of them. Maybe it was the second one. The Jackson Holiday auto. But we got Steve Zobak for the Royals. I think we pulled, that was the Jackson Holiday. The next one is a True Blue, number 1 of 150. So the eBay 1 of 1. First in the serial numbering of Tyler Locklear, third base prospect for the Seattle Mariners. Second round pick. Looks like he put up some really nice numbers. Born in the year 2000, so a 22-year-old player, born November 2000. Nice card. Good, true, traditional color. We then have a Zach Maxwell. Locklear is a big prospect. Yeah, there's a Jet Williams in this last one, so that one's pretty great. Zach Maxwell to 71 for the Reds. And then there is a Jet Williams. Is it color? It is not. Not color. Nonetheless, if you bought the Mets, you hit a Jet Williams. It's a good name for a Mets player. I feel like a lot of Met fans are also Jet fans. Wow. So that Locklear is a cool card. So we finished off this break pretty strong, hitting some nice ones. Jackson Holiday, Locklear, and Jet Williams all in that last box. So that is... Ooh, and we got a red here. We hit a red of Daniel Cueva in our last case. This is a red lava. So, pulling some fire here. Daniel Cueva with a red lava 5 of 5. So, kind of weird that we would hit the same guy of non-auto reds. We had a true red and now red lava. This one of Daniel Cueva. Pretty cool stuff. Cool stuff. See if we can find anything else. Zach Neto. DeLauda. Seven homers in his first stint. Where, by the way? Okay, Dave. It's late. It's like 11. It's 11:45. You got kids, man. Get some rest. See you next time. Thanks for joining. Good to see ya. All right. Let's dig through these last 4 piles, and then I'll do a recap of the hits. I'd say the case got stronger as we went. It ended up being a pretty good case. Elijah Green with a base. Jordan Beck refractor. Okay. Steve hits at least a decent card. This is a Termarr Johnson purple refractor non-auto. He's really hard to hit, Steve. I mean, buying the Pirates, that's your call. His autos are like super duper short print, so keep that in mind. This one's to 250. This is a non-auto, so a pretty decent hit, I would say. Maybe you recoup a little bit on the Pirates there. Last pile, and then we will sleeve these few cards, and then do a recap. We got Michael Knorr to 199 for the Astros. Sal Stewart refractor. And that'll do it. That'll do. What I'll do is I'll show the cards I top-loaded without calling them out, and then I will call out the autos. That's how I do these recaps. It helps with knowing what was in each break in the aftermath. So I'm just going to go through these without calling them out. It takes a long time otherwise. And then I'll call out all the autos. Easy to see the hits that you should be receiving for the teams you bought for this here break. 29E from eBay. We will also upload this video to YouTube afterwards. Alright, for a few more non-autos, And that's all the non-autos. Now let's recap the autos. I believe the camera likes to focus better when you take down the stuff in the background. Alright, auto recap time. We have a Zach Maxwell Sparkle, Zobak base, Furman Purple, Martorella Refractor, Richie base, Thorpe Refractor. Have a good night, Doug. Jacob Marcy to 150, Caden Wallace, Lipscomb to 199, Dalton Rushing, Drew Thorpe, Ryan Cermak, Jimmy Crooks, Zobak Purple, Chandler Simpson base, Henry Williams Purple, Cutter Coffee to 499, Victor Scott base, Zach Maxwell base, Anthony Hall Refractor at 499, Bryce Hubbard base. We had a Dominic Keegan, Aquaray Wave to 199, Ivan Melendez with a base, Jackson Holiday with an heir apparent numbered to 99, Jet Williams with a base, Tyler Locklear with a true blue auto to 150, numbered 1 of 150 in fact, super rare, first serial number. Sal Stewart to 499, Cade Horton true blue to 150, Chase Madroth gold wave to 50, and a Ryan Cermak true gold to 50. Thank you guys for joining in on the break. We'll be doing eBay breaks every night of the week. Take a look at us at BGN_cards. You can follow us there or on Instagram. You can also follow us at Roto Breaks on YouTube and here on Facebook. Have a good night. Happy New Year, guys. Later.